Hey, what's poppin', everybody? We're back. Yesterday I was not able to post a video. I was touring some wedding venues for my wedding coming up because I did propose to my fiance a couple weeks ago. So I've been touring, or I was touring some wedding venues yesterday. Also went and saw the new Jurassic Park. It's like my all-time favorite movie series of all time. So I wasn't able to make a video yesterday, but I did still post. So let's go over the recap. Yesterday we did 3 NHL plays and we went 0-1-2. We had 2 pushes. We missed one of our plays. So Nikita Kurchov over 3.0 shots. He'd end up finishing with 3 shots, so we'd push there. Adam Fox under 2 shots. He would end up getting 2 shots, so we'd push there. And then Micah's a bench I had. As soon as I seen he was a Bleacher Report squad ride of the day, I knew he wasn't going to hit. I was like, dang it. As soon as I seen it was a Bleacher Report's thing. Bleacher Report's thing never hits, like ever. So I knew as soon as I seen that, I knew he wasn't going to hit. He only shot 1 shot that entire game, so... he didn't come anywhere close to his shot total, so we'd go 0-1-2 yesterday. Today we've got all NBA, no NHL today, of course, so we'll get right into the NBA, and let's just get it, man. Real quick, if you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, make sure that you there's a link down in the description I have that automatically takes you to the App Store where you can download Underdog Fantasy. Also throws in my TAKEMYSHOT code when you guys sign up for that. So when you make your first deposit, it helps me out big time, as well as it gives you a 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you throw in $20, for example, you'll get actually $40, and they'll give you another $23 just to bet on for funsies, a little risk-free bets for fun. And so that is always nice as well to get those risk-free bets. Also helps me out, like I said, big time if you guys use my code TAKEMYSHOT. Because all my picks every single day are always going to be Underdog Fantasy picks. I think it's the best player prop betting app out there. With that being said, now let's get to today's picks. All right, coming in hot with today's lock of the day. It's going to be a little bit of a close one, I'm thinking here. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to go ahead and rock with what the numbers say on this one. You guys know I've been riding Stephen Curry as the lock of the day the last couple of days. I was this close to doing it again because he's probably going to have another big-time game tonight. But we're not. We're going to go with the Boston Celtics for the first time in this series. Give me Marcus Smart under 14.5 points. You guys will not believe this stat. When I was doing my research this morning, Marcus Smart has scored 20 points 6 times in this postseason, like he just did in Game 3 yesterday, or 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. After he scores 20 points, he only averages 13.4 the next game. Look at these last performances this postseason for Marcus Smart. And being home and on the road doesn't appear to make a difference for Marcus Smart as far as his numbers go. He opened up the postseason with a 20-point game in Boston versus Brooklyn in Game 1. He followed that up with a 12-point performance. He would have 20 in Brooklyn to close out that Nets series in the first round. Then in Game 1 versus Milwaukee, he'd have 10 points. Then he'd have 21 in Milwaukee. He followed that up with an 11-point game in Boston. So you can see in Boston it really doesn't make too much of a difference. Then he had 24, followed that up with 16. Then he had 24, followed that up with 18. That was probably his best little back-to-back stretch he's had of this postseason. But once he has a big explosion game, he follows it up with just about nothing. As you can see from Game 1 to Game 2 of this NBA Finals, he had 18 in Game 1. He followed it up with Game 2 with 2. So I could easily, if he would have scored 20 points that game, I would have added that to his total, and his average would have been even lower. So he's only averaging 13.4 points after a huge explosion game for him. That's over 20 points. So I'm liking Marcus Smart under 14.5 points today. Numbers say in history he doesn't have back-to-back good performances. I'm not anticipating it again today. The further into the series we get and the more important the games get, the less guys like Marcus Smart and Derek White and those kind of guys are taking shots. And the more Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are taking shots, because you need your superstars to start hitting their shots to win these games. So I'm liking Marcus Smart tonight under 14.5. I'm going to make it the lock of the day today. Let's get it. All right, boys. We're going to follow right around that Marcus Smart trend, and we're going to take the under on Klay Thompson's 26.5 PRA today. Again, like Marcus Smart here, Klay Thompson, only this one time this entire postseason has had back-to-back over 20-point performances. He had 26 in one of the games versus Denver, and then followed that up with 32. So he had 28 PRA, then he had 36 PRA. This is the only 2 times he's done this the entire postseason, so we're going to take that as an outlier, okay? We're going to go under on Klay Thompson's 26.5 PRA today. Every time he's gone over his PRA, he's followed it up with under his PRA, big time. In his 4 times he went over, then the next game after that, he had 23, 26, 24, and 20 PRA. So he's averaging, after he goes over in his PRA, he's averaging only 23 PRA. Again, taking out that one outlier where he had 36 PRA and 28 PRA, okay, in those 2 games. I'm liking Klay Thompson's under here today. He just doesn't have back-to-back consistency. I also decided to go with his PRA instead of his points here today because his points is set at 20, if I'm not mistaken. And he's only had back-to-back 20-point games once in this postseason. But I decided to go with the PRA because Klay Thompson simply just doesn't fill the stat sheet enough for me to think he's going to get to this 27 PRA total. He could have a 22-point game today. Based on his numbers, he won't, but he could accidentally have a 22-point game today and still only grab like 2 assists and a rebound maybe, and we'd still be fine with the PRA. So that's why I'm going to rock with the PRA today, because his PRA the last couple of games has been one rebound, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He just isn't getting any rebounds and assists. So I'm liking the chances for him to go under on the PRA today. Just doesn't show any consistency after having a big game. So we're going to go Klay Thompson under 26.5 PRA today. All right, boys, and our only over of the day today is going to be Steph Curry over 28.5 points. I don't know why. I mean, he's hit his line every single game of the NBA Finals, and they've kept him at 28.5. Again, I told you last video we're gonna ride this bus till the wheels fall off. There's no reason to think that they're going to stop Stephen Curry. I mean, I know some people believe in, somebody's going to have a bad game eventually, but it's not going to be Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry has been absolutely eating these guys up this entire postseason, in this entire finals. And, I mean, they've shown no evidence to me that they understand how to stop him or they're really attempting to stop him. I posted a video on my Instagram a couple days ago when they played. They just aren't guarding him. He'll hit, they do that little double screen action with him, or they just send one screen at him, and they're just going under the screen, and they're just sinking on the screen. The big man is. They're not hedging. They're not double teaming. They're not blitzing him off that screen. They're just letting him shoot threes, and it's Stephen Curry. He's the best shooter of all time. He's going to make the threes. So he's going to get high into his points total. I think last game he had like a 15-point third quarter. Let's just say that Golden State in that third quarter pops off. So if your Golden State over is not close to hitting, just wait till the third quarter. He's going to pop off in that third quarter. But again, this is just simply they've had no answer. I watched the film. I try to see what they do to stop him defensively. They just can't. They're not. Every single screen that gets thrown at Stephen Curry, they're just going under it. They're not doing anything about it. Marcus Smart is the defensive player of the year, and he's just not. He can't stop him. He's not doing anything to stop him. So I like Stephen Curry today over 28.5. I'm gonna ride the wheels on this one I'm gonna ride the bus on this one till the wheels fall off. So give me Steph Curry over 28.5 tonight. All right, which means it's time for our perfect 3 slips, so let's hop into it. Give us a lock of the day, which is Marcus Smart under 14.5 points. Give me Klay Thompson under 26.5 PRA, and give me Stephen Curry over 28.5 PRA to have a monster game. I know there's a lot of people expecting Stephen Curry to have a huge game today because of what happened last game. I've seen people putting same-game parlays together where he's supposed to drop like 40 points and like 8 threes or something like that. People are expecting him to have a massive game today. So give me Stephen Curry as our last play of the day there. All right, boys, big bounce back from yesterday. I got NBA action that we swept on game 2, so hopefully we can sweep again here for game 3. We swept in game 3, so hopefully we can sweep for game 4 here. Big game for the Warriors. They can't go down 3-1. They wouldn't lose that game at home in game 5, but can't go down 3-1 here. I want this to stay a competitive series. I want this to be a long series because once the NBA is done, I really don't know what I'm going to do with the channel. I'm going to have to get into MLB, I guess. Somehow I know nothing about baseball, but I'm going to try to hop into it. To keep the channel alive during the summer. But with that being said, guys, I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.